Keep it real.
Hello everybody, welcome to Creative Chess channel. My name is Novikova Galina. I'm a women FIDE master, and today in this video I'm going to show you one of my games which I played on the 9th of February entitled Tuesday on chess.com. I played with white pieces against Evgeny Shuvalov, who is quite a famous chess blogger. He has his own chess site and chess channel, and I managed to win quite beautifully. And let's analyze this game. Besides, I'll show you some wonderful ideas which you can use in Wing Gambit. Okay, let us start. Novikova Galina, Evgeny Shuvalov. So I played e4, my opponent played e6, it's the French defense. I like playing against the French because here I like using Wing Gambit b4. That's quite a nice idea, and I recommend you to play this variant too. Today I'll show you some interesting ideas here. And first of all, why I like this gambit, because here you don't need to know lots of variations. There is not lots of theory here, and just a couple of plans and a wish to attack. That's all you need. Okay, black is going to exchange their bishops, white squared bishops, and it's quite a nice idea because if not to change, then my white squared bishop will be very dangerous for the black's king. Okay, queen b6, he's ready for exchanging the bishops, and I have played this position several times, and I came to a decision that in this case it's better to play bishop d3 to be able to castle. If not to play this move, then in some variations it will be very difficult to castle. I searched the chess base and found out that this position was played 7 times in official games, and 3 games out of 7 were played by my opponent, by Evgeny Shuvalov, with black pieces, and he played this variant quite successfully. He won twice, and 1 game ended in a draw. So why to play bishop d3 here? Now I will explain, and we'll have a look at one of the Evgeny Shuvalov's games, which he played against quite a strong opponent, a player with the rating of 2,400. But this opponent didn't play bishop d3, he chose another variant, and let's see what happened in that game. Okay, so this is this game, which was played by Evgeny Shuvalov in some other tournament, and his opponent played bishop a3 here. And look what happened in that game. Here, Evgeny, of course, played bishop b5 to exchange the bishops. His opponent attacked the king, but the queen, sorry, but queen, of course, stays here on this line, on the diagonal. And after exchanging, we already can see that something goes wrong, because white can't castle now. Besides, their c3 pawn is under attack, and they can't defend this pawn, bishop c3, and the position is awful. White's position is awful, and after exchanging some pieces, and after playing b6, black captured the pawn on d4, and it became clear that the white has lost position, and I remind you that his opponent was a very strong player. So that's why, not to be in such situation, to be able to castle, I played here bishop d3. It's a very important move. And after bishop b5, I castled. We exchanged the bishops. Yes, without the bishops, it's a little bit more complicated to attack, but actually there are lots of possibilities here, and I will show you some. First of all, we can see that black's pieces are in a distance from their king. And besides, I have a queen to attack. Black squared bishop is looking at the queen side. Besides, the knight on a3, and in some cases, rooks can join the attack too. Okay, in this variant, in this situation, I played the move knight a3. Actually, this move is a tricky one, so let's have a look. Why? So it has two ideas. The first idea is, of course, knight b5, and then maybe knight d6, but of course it's one of the ideas, but it's easy for black to protect just playing a6, and actually this move was played in our game. But there is a nice second idea, which is of course more interesting and more tricky, and this idea is to play knight c2, knight e3, then f4 and f5 in some cases. But first I played knight g5. It seems to us why. So what's the reason? Because black plays h6 and maybe the knight has to come back. But no, knight goes to h3 because I want to play f4 here. That's the reason. And for black it's not that easy to play here, because my attack goes without any problems. Okay, my opponent played queen c7, attacking the pawn on c3. Of course, it's better to defend the pawn, otherwise the position will be not so good. Then knight c6, just developing move, and my plan, knight c2. Okay, what to do with black pieces? My opponent plays quite a nice move, rook to c8, and this move is okay. It's also developing move, making pressure on c3 pawn, but at the same time it gives me a precious opportunity to develop further my pieces and to realize my plan, knight e3, f4 and f5. So let's have a look. So rook plays to c8. Yeah, here it goes. And I play knight e3. That's the idea. Here my opponent made quite a strange move. The game I didn't understand first the idea, but later in some variations we'll see that bishop on b6, because this move was played, is quite an interesting idea, because in some cases bishop on b6 after f4 will be useful, because I'll open the diagonal g1 a7. Okay, I played f4. Very nice move. And what to do with black? It's quite difficult, maybe castle. So the computer says that it's good to castle here and not to be afraid of the attack. Okay, maybe it's good, but it looks quite dangerous, and that's why my opponent decided not to play. And he played h5. Maybe it was against g4, or maybe he was afraid of knight g4, I don't know. But I played f5. After trading everything on f5 square, we can see a very interesting position, and let's have a look closer. So first of all, what to do with black pieces? While playing, I saw, of course, the opportunity of black to capture the pawn on d4 with the knight, and it was the only good move for black in this position. Let's have a look what might have happened in the game. So, of course, so bishop d4, king goes to h1, and bishop captures on a1. Computer advises e6, and after knight g5, there's a mate on h7, and after trading everything, it turns out that white has an extra piece, but black has got too many pawns. So the computer suggests this variant, but I don't like it. Too many pawns for black, and I think it's too difficult for white to win. So, but looking at this variant during the game, I thought that in this case I wouldn't play e6, but I would play rook a1. And for example, queen c2 in this case. Yeah, and I don't want to trade the queens. I want to leave the queens on the board. Yeah, the position is very difficult, but at least I have a queen to attack, knight, bishop, rook, and it's much better than the previous position. I like it more. Besides h5 pawn, it's very useful for us, for white pieces, because the black's king would be a little exposed. So that's what I wanted to play against knight d4, but actually here my opponent blundered, and after this blunder his position became lost. So he moved pawn to g6, very bad move actually, and I played queen f6, attacking the black's rook. The black goes to g8, and after e6 we may see that black position is completely lost. There are no chances to survive here, and I need only some precise moves to finish the game. He captured. I captured with the queen, attacking the rook on g8, and the only move is knight e7. And here I played a very nice move. The strongest one in this position is rook a to e1. What to do with the blacks? It's useless. He wants to trade the rooks. Okay, I played queen g6, the queen g6, and then after king to d7 there was a very nice variant which didn't happen in the game. I might have played rook to e7, and after king e7 played rook e1, and then king has two squares, but it doesn't matter where to retreat, either to d8 or to d7. In any case, it's checkmate in two. It's bishop g5, and after queen d7, queen to e6. So that might have happened in the game, but actually during the game I saw another winning variation, winning continuation. That's why I chose another one. So let's have a look at what happened in the game. After queen to g6 and king to d7, I played queen e6. King retreated, and also a nice winning move, it's bishop h6, attacking the rook on f8 and threatening checkmate in one, rook to f8. My opponent traded the rooks, but actually after capturing and after all the exchanges there is a threat of mate on f8, and my opponent can't protect this f8 square. He found some solution, but actually he lost all his pieces protecting his own king. So he found the bishop d4 move, and I retreated with the king to h1. So let's have a look. Yeah. king to h1. Sorry, no, I captured actually, yeah, sorry. I captured the bishop on d4, and then he played queen c1. I captured the queen, and of course the position is completely lost. My opponent played 2 more moves and resigned. This was a very beautiful game, very instructive one. Nice ideas in wing gambit. I hope you like this game. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I'll be very glad. So that's all for now. See you. Bye bye.
Fire when the storm hits you.
That's it, friend?
Yes.